In the Prescription Task Force, we assigned SMART members to attend city work sessions following the take-back events to show the event results and personally thank cities and law enforcement for their support. We also discussed the newly formed Policy Work Group, which meets at 7 a.m. on the fourth Tuesday of every month. Lastly, we discussed the difficulty in recruiting physicians to our trainings. If you have any suggestions, please let us know. In the Alcohol Task Force, we reviewed a 6-month evaluation of Spillman. Our biggest concern is the number of officers that are still not using the software. We also came up with focus group questions regarding A-RIDE, which is a program we are considering piloting. In the PR work group, we talked about ways we can recognize businesses and law enforcement agencies that participated in the take-back events. We also discussed the possibility of taking part in some of the Utah County summer parades. We recently created business cards with resources for substance abuse help. Our work group decided where these cards should be distributed. Lastly, we discussed wrapping city garbage trucks with parent-empowered materials. The Community Board Maintenance Work Group reviewed voting as outlined in the bylaws. They decided vice chair should be added to the task forces. In the Policy Work Group, we discussed a list of legislative ideas. The first idea that we discussed was an interstate exchange of controlled substance database information with Nevada. Representative Daw is going to look into this and see what needs to be done. The second idea we talked about was working with DOFL to add more emphasis on pain management to medical school students. The next bill that we discussed, which Representative Daw agreed to file, will modify the law and allow support staff to perform controlled substance database searches. We also talked about enhancing the controlled substance database's capabilities, including making the controlled substance database real-time, as well as making all prescriptions electronic. Other ideas that we'd like to pursue are placing tramadol on the Utah Controlled Substance List, as well as a new idea from Dr. Nelson, which would change the law around Schedule II drugs, allowing refills. The hope is that providers would prescribe less if they have the option of refills. Lastly, we discussed a 3-year strategy that would increase the alcohol tax.